Okay, shoo. Hello, welcome to my channel, Haylee Marie Vintage. Today I have a super fun haul for you guys. I keep saying I'm done buying fabric and patterns, but here we are. But we're gonna go through all the patterns and fabric and fabulous notions I have purchased in the past few months. So let's hop into it. We're gonna first go notions, like so buttons, things like that. We're gonna then go into patterns, and then we're gonna go into fabric. I know that not everyone finds notions exciting, but let's kind of start it off with, I found these pairs of scissors at a Goodwill. I don't really know why I bought them. They don't work particularly great, but I thought they were kind of pretty. So we'll see. I might see if I can figure out how to sharpen them, because if I sharpen them, I might actually like them. But that is what those are. And then I also found a bunch of like bias tapes at a thrift store for like a price all together. And then getting to the more exciting notions, we have a bunch of vintage snaps. First of all, I always pick these up if I see them at a thrift store. And then I also have a bunch of hook and eyes. Again, always pick these up when I'm at a thrift store. I need to stop doing it though now, because we are a bit out of control and I have almost like a whole bin of them. So I don't need any more at this point. I just can't stop myself. And then I went to a really amazing like second goods vintage sewing goods store, and I got some really lovely buttons. So I have a bunch of black buttons. So I'll show you these up close, but there's like a swirly button. These are also kind of swirly, and I guess the next ones are also kind of swirly. And then these ones are more florals, and they are super cute, and I really like them, and it's always nice to have genuine 1940s notions. And then I also have, they're like these kind of weird brown buttons that like swirl. These are just like a nice white kind of poofy button. And then I got a whole bunch of these. I believe they're all lucite ball buttons. I don't know what decades these are from, but I got them all from the same Etsy seller, and they're the same person that I bought the buttons for. The dress that I made that kind of looks like a gunny sacks out of a sheet, I got the buttons for that from this vendor, and I'll show you all of these guys up close, but they're really, really beautiful. I have some pinks, I have some blues, I have some black, and I have some white. And so I'm super excited about these because for certain pieces, it's just really a lot easier to use ball buttons as opposed to a normal button. You can usually switch them out, but I do prefer the way the ball buttons work. And then I also got some lace and trim that I don't need. This is a nice lace, and then this is kind of a nice weird flower trim that I will show up close. I also got some really tiny black buttons that I definitely don't need, and this cute little teal buckle. Now we'll hop into, what did I say? Did I say patterns next? I think so. So first off, I bought a bunch of modern patterns that are kind of like reproduction or history patterns or whatever. This is mainly because there was a pretty decent sale of patterns where they were like $2 or $3 each, and a lot of these are patterns that I've thought about getting, but I wasn't gonna pay like $25 because I could buy a really cool vintage pattern for that price. So here I have, this one is one that Rachel Maxey uses all the time. It is Butterwick 4669. I really love this, and whatever she makes with this, I always really like, and I wish I had something like. So I picked that up. I also picked up Angela Clayton's, one of her McCall patterns. This is M8123. It is for a coat. And then I also picked up her M7885, which is a ball gown, I believe, that I think is really pretty. I don't really do historic costuming, but I might someday want to dabble in it. And so I wanted to just have some patterns that weren't like super expensive. And then this is also like an undergarment set. So this is a corset and a chemise, I mean. This is what happens when you read books growing up and you're like kind of a loner, is you say things weird. But I thought this was pretty, and this is also an Angela Clayton. And then I also got this stays pattern, which is B535. I like to like little fluttery sleeves on this. I just kind of got a big variety because I don't really know what I want to do with them. And this one is like a way more complicated stays. This is B4254. And then I got another one of her McCall's costumes, which is a walking skirt, I believe, and a blouse that I think is really cute. I think this came from her Halloween collection one year. And then I also got her McCall's. It like ruffles in the front, and I really like the structure of the dress, and I think it's really pretty. And I think this is something I could actually wear in everyday life if I just shortened it. And then I can kind of give some like boning or like different patterns a try. But that's it for the modern patterns. Let's now hop into the vintage patterns. Oh, I see we have a cat creeping up behind me. We'll see what she's doing. I actually don't love having her around when I'm doing patterns because, as we know, she's a terror and she loves to rip into them. First, I'm going to start with the 1960s and 70s patterns. I've been picking these up primarily because of the kind of wild polyester prints that I picked up this summer. I want to have some dresses to kind of make them into that are period appropriate. I'm also going to make some 50s and 40s pieces with these wild patterns, but I did want some like fun 60s and 70s. First, I have this cloak, which is not supposed to go with anything I bought, but I did think it was really cute, and so I did pick it up. And then I have this really cute, it's like kind of gunny sacks looking or prairie looking, and it's like a cute little skirt with ties and some puff sleeves that's from the 70s. And then I grabbed this guy. This guy is a pretty deep V-neck with a tie in the front that I think would really look good in some of the wild patterns that I picked up. This is a pair of overalls that were just really cute, and I really like them because they're like pretty wide-legged overalls, so we're gonna give that a try. This one I think again will look good in some of the weird polyesters I bought with the bell sleeves. And with it being long sleeve, it's a little bit more practical for the climate I live in for most of the year. So it'll be great for that. We have another 1970s wedding dress pattern because I am a monster and can't help but pick these up all the time. This one I like. There is like a sheer collar bib detail on this one, but there's also some cute puff sleeves or like a really wide kind of open collar. So there's a lot of different options on that I thought were unique. And then last up, I was a fool and I bought 2 of these somehow in the last like batch of patterns I've bought. This is a gunny sacks pattern. This is McCall's 4381. It has a really cute tie detail down the front, like kind of the corsetting detail, kind of like this, but it's like the tie and the lace, and I really, really like that, and I've always wanted to make a gunny sacks that kind of looks like that. So I was super excited to pick this up. I did buy a second, and I'm going to give it to one of my friends here who sews. Her name is Rose, and she has a channel here, so she will be getting the second one of those patterns. Spooky. And then now we're into some 1940s and 50s patterns. So this one here is a blouse that I bought for my Dorothy costume. I've already used it. It worked really, really well. And then this one here I bought at the same time as that one, and I got because of the bow tie in the front being kind of like lower, and then I really liked how it sat on like the shoulders. And then this one I bought, this is like a little crop top that I think is so cute, and it has like lace and ruffling. This I plan on making. I have a bunch of now vintage journals, and I want to have just a plain white blouse like this. This guy here, I just like. I bought this around the time I was looking for one for Dorothy. My Dorothy costume, spooky. She wants to tear these up so bad. Not for you, not for you. This one here, I picked up, it's a 1940s. It kind of reminds me of some of the patterns I already have, so I probably didn't need it. Was that fun for you? But I just thought it was really cute, and so I did pick it up. And then here we're into some New York patterns. New York patterns are some of my favorite patterns. As far as details, they always have really cute details. Spooky's really needy right now. Hey, we'll try this if I pet her. Oh, hi. Okay. Yeah. You're okay. Are you done now? Now that you're getting the attention you want? Okay, shoo. This guy here is just a deep V, and I really liked the little triangle like ice cream cone pockets. I thought they were super cute. And then this one here has like a fun scallop kind of like shirtwaist dress detail that I thought was really exciting. This one here, I really like how you can use stripes and bring this into a point on the underbust. And then I really liked the button details up at the top, and then it also has some kind of weird pockets. And then this pattern, it's in really bad condition. Like just the envelope, the pattern itself is great. It's a really beautiful like 40s evening gown with really, really full kind of like balloon sleeves. This one here is another New York pattern. I really like the contrasting details this one has, and then it also has some pretty fun pockets, and I love a button down all the way in the front type of dress. This one here is also kind of evening gown-ish. This is probably supposed to be made with a rayon with the shearing like kind of here, and then it has the buttons down the side. This would be down the front. This would be a case where I would use like those ball buttons, and they would look really, really cute with something like this. And then this here is a really cute fluttery sleeved little 40s pattern. This one could be an evening dress or a day dress. I'll be using it as a day dress. I don't make a ton of evening dresses here on this channel. And then here, there's this kind of cute, just 40s New York pattern with a little ruffle. I have enough things kind of like this that I probably didn't need to pick this up. But you know me, I have a bit of a pattern problem. This one here is another New York pattern. I really liked the neckline here. It has like kind of this unique button-up detail with these kind of like really sharp points that you could then again do in contrasting fabric, and I think it would look really chic. This one here is kind of like the one with the ruching, but without the ruching. So super similar to one I already have shown in this haul, but still really, really cute. This one I picked up for my Dorothy costume actually, but didn't end up using. It didn't come in time, so I had to print a PDF version online. I was gonna use just the straight across like cut bodice from this, but I also really like how the sleeves are set on this. So I am excited to give it a try. And then last up we have this Vogue Couturier design. Oh wow, I'm really blanking on how to pronounce that word. This I thought was really interesting. It kind of has this bib detail up the front, and then it like is tight, and then there's like a whole lot of movement in the back. I'm gonna for sure make this one up. I think it's kind of weird and really detailed. A lot of times I don't pick up these like Vogue designer patterns because they're super expensive, but I found this at a boutique where it was significantly cheaper, so I went ahead and picked it up. And then that is it for patterns. So now we will dive into fabric. So first of all, I have my classic linen. This is just a cute little purple linen that I picked up for $3, who knows where. Next up, we're diving into a pile of fabrics that Yurko Monograms, aka Heather, she sent me from the factory in South Carolina that I went to. These were ones that they brought out after I had been there and that I really like. This one here first is really cute. It has little mushrooms and pheasants and acorns and leaves. I super love it. It's really 70s. She also sent me, she had bought this for her own project, but it was way too neon for her, and so she went ahead and sent it to me, and I'm super excited. I'm gonna make some sort of gorgeous 1950s like very poofy dress out of this since it is taffeta. This here I picked up while on vacation. I just thought it was really cute. It has like little pineapples. It's kind of a faux wax print. And I thought I could make something like really fun and tropical looking out of this. And then this I picked up at a thrift store. It has like kind of some fun 3D texturing to it, like little like thread knots for lack of a better term. And I really liked the colors of this. So I'll probably make a light and floaty dress with this guy. This one here, I just thought was a really cute, like pink detailed, I'll show a close-up of this. It has like a cute like stripe kind of printed on it. And I thought this would be pretty for some of the patchwork blouses I'm planning on making. And then this guy here is a beautiful white fabric that has like little tiny crisscross details on it that I thought would make a really pretty accent or feature fabric for a like kind of gunny sacks type dress. Just because it's plain white, it'll play well with a lot of different things. Next up I have this really bright neon kind of floral fabric that's teal and purple. I just really like these colors, so I plan on making again kind of like a lighter summery dress with this. And then this here is a really thick polyester that I just think is super fun, and I would like to make some 60s or 70s kind of like set I think out of this. This is actually from when I physically went to the factory. I just forgot to show it to you guys, but this here is a really pretty like abstract print, and I just really like it because it's teal and purple, which I think is really pretty. This is super my color palette, and I'll also be making some sort of kind of summery dress with this. And then next up I have, this is another really thick polyester. I'm not actually quite sure what to make with this because it's almost canvas heavy, so I have to kind of give it some thought. I think it's really cute, and I really love the colors. It's thick. I'm gonna see if once I wash it, it's a little less stiff, and if it's not, I might try to figure out like maybe how to like line it with like something warm and make like a really weird coat out of it, because I feel like this could actually work okay on a coat. And then last up, I love this fabric. So this is a border print, and it has all this really lovely coloring, and this is actually cotton broadcloth, I'm pretty sure. It has a tag stuck to it that says 100% cotton, which I would have never guessed. This feels like polyester to me. And then to me, it reminds me most of like the broadcloth type items I have. I think it's really pretty. I'm super excited to make something really pretty with this. And then last, I forgot about this. I got a point. I thrifted this. I'm so excited about this. So this is a point press. I looked at them a ton, and they're just really expensive, so I haven't ever picked one up. This one I did pay $15 for, which is like a lot for something at a thrift store, but I knew I was looking at like $40 if I was gonna pick one of these up online. So when I saw it at the thrift store, I got very excited, and I picked it up, and I now have a point press. This is a Dritz one. It's a Dritz point presser and pounding block. I'm not quite sure what you pound on it, but I am ready to have something to pound on if that is what I need. I hope you enjoyed this haul. I promise I'm working on making things. It's that making things takes a lot of time, so I'm a little bit slower on that. Hopefully this will be the last like pattern and sewing haul for a while, because I really like can't buy more fabric. My house is like overflowing with fabric, so the goal is to not buy any more, but I should be starting to really hopefully cruise through some of this fabric. because I absolutely have to at this point. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I definitely enjoyed showing you some of the beautiful things I've picked up. Please subscribe and stick around if you haven't already. I would love to have you, and I will see you next time. Bye!